able to do so many things. How do you manage that? And the thing is that which I have learned through time is that when you expand your map, you are able to achieve very much. So this is what we are going to learn in today's session. So I may formally start the session now. Can anybody tell me explanation of this image? I want someone to tell me the explanation of this image. Anyone?
Gas and glass half filled.
Okay, glass half filled. Thank you, Arjit. Anyone else?
A glass half filled with water and half filled with air, making it complete.
All right, very good, very nice. Anyone else?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, ma'am, there are two perspectives of looking at this very glass. One is optimistic and another is pessimistic. One person will just say that it is half filled, and another person will just say it's empty, half empty. So these are just two perspectives.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Now we will see another image.
Ma'am, 1 minute. Ma'am, I will mute everyone. Okay, I've muted everyone. Now you can open your mic, ma'am. You can just open the mic whenever you want to share something. You can open your mic. Ma'am. I have muted everyone.
Okay, now can anybody tell me the explanation of this image, the right one?
People can raise the hand. People can raise the hand. And she will call.
Yeah, what we see is not true. There is some fact behind.
No, I want to know the explanation. What do you see in the image?
It's a lamp.
Ma'am, I think, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, man, in Gestalt psychology, I think this very thing is there in Gestalt psychology.
You don't have to know, what kind of psychology or what is it. You just need to explain the image. What do you see?
Ma'am, I see a pillar and the other one is I see a woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see two things. When you focus on the black part, you see a man blowing a trumpet. And when you focus on the white part, you see a woman having hairs, black hairs. Very nice. Similarly, if you see the left side image, you will again see two things. One is a design of a pillar and construction behind that. And the other is two faces you can see. All right.
Yeah, and the right is a woman's face and a man's.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Again, if you see this image, there is a number written. Okay, two people are placed on the different positions, and from one position he's seeing 6, and the other position he's seeing 9. Again, if you see this image, from one side you see 4, and the other side you see 3 bars. And if you focus on this image, you will see that for a child, that pound is very deep. And for his father, he's saying that no, it's not. So what do you get about these images? What do you understand through these images? What are we really talking about? Can somebody tell me?
Person's perspectives can be differ from, like my perspective differ to other person. So we can't say that I'm the one who see the right thing.
Very nice. Anyone else?
Yeah, my map is different from your map.
Everyone
Like
has their own perception.
Okay, very nice. Okay, now.
I would like to try, ma'am.
Okay.
Unless and until we will not be able to see the situation of another person, we will not be able to understand the holistic scenario. So it is different the perception is different for different people. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
May I also?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think every person has his or her own reality. And yeah, that's what
Okay, now we were seeing perceptions, different perceptions. For me, it's something else. for other person is something else. Everybody has their own perception in mind. The way they perceive, they think that it's their reality. Now the map is thinking. You're thinking about yourself and the world around you. Map is something you're thinking. You're thinking about yourself and the world around you. That makes a map. Okay, so whatever perception I have about the world around me and myself is my map, and whatever perception the other person is having is their map. Okay, are we clear? Okay, now
Yes, ma'am.
moving forward, I would like to ask you that reflect upon the previous situations of life, try to recollect the previous situations of life and be very, very genuine about deciding that either you react or respond. Are we able to respond or react in certain situations? What mostly what do we do in our lives? React or respond?
React.
React.
Yes,
React.
we mostly react. So
Both.
when
It
you are
depends upon situation.
okay, mostly we are talking about mostly. Most of the time we have to respond, but we react. Okay. For example, when our child is cranky and he's crying over something, okay, and he's not able to, have a higher order thinking, we expect him to understand things, phenomena, philosophies. We are so much, eager to let him learn at that stage that beta, ऐसे नहीं ऐसे, बेटा यूं नहीं यूं, तुम्हारी जिंदगी and this and that, all that. Okay, we want to deliver at that point when the child is crying at the most and is the most facing the most insecure position of his life. Okay, so at that moment we are not reacting, we are not responding, we are reacting. Okay, what we have to do is to respond. Now I give you one example from my life. My father is a patient of anxiety. So my sister's daughter was feeling insecure. She's very, very much into crafting and things like that. So her craft was ruined and she was upset about that, very insecure. She's very sensitive and she was crying like hell. So my father was shouting at her. Okay, my father was shouting at her and she was crying. And when I took over the control of the situation and I told my father that, Father, she is a child. Okay, she has lost her higher order thinking. She is in her limbic brain. Right now, she is not able to understand any of your words. So if you shout, it would make her more insecure. You have to understand what she is going through. She won't understand you right at this point of time. So you being an elder, you have to understand that, you have to respond. To which he understood and he kept quiet. Then I hugged my niece and I make her secure. Then I told her that, what happened? Why are you crying? So she started to, recollect that what really happened, what made me upset. So some of her higher order thinking started working. She said, I was making this craft and my little sister ruined that and I'm upset about that. So I asked her again that, can you make it again? Are you able to make it again? I think you are very good at crafting. Can you make it again? By listening to this, she, felt motivated and energetic. She said, I can make it 1,000 times. And I said, okay, then make it again. And the moment I said, make it again, it gave her a new dimension. She came out of that insecurity position and she was relaxed. So that is the way how you respond to the situation and take the person out of that insecurity. Okay, you don't react. So when you are practicing mental health, if you respond to your own thinking, feeling and behavior and also to others, then you will face many beautiful things in life. You will experience many beautiful things in life and you will feel a better person, a more better person and more inspirational in the life of others. Because when you respond, people love to talk to you. People love to spend time with you. They want to listen to you and they want to agree with you. They agree with you and they do the things which you want them to do in their life. Only then you can be an inspiration, a mental health practitioner, whether it be a life coach, an inspirational speaker, let it be anything related to mental health. So if you're not reacting, then it's a symbol of emotional maturity or EQ. When you have higher emotional quotient, okay, so you are at the level of emotional maturity and you respond. So map is not a territory. Okay, map is not a territory, is a technique, okay, where you learn to respond. Okay, when you respond, you say that map is not a territory. You are at that stage. Okay, so how you, that is an NLP technique. Okay, and we will see it in detail. What is reacting? Reacting is just acting as we have in the past in a way that almost done without thought. Okay, when you do something without thinking and you are doing it in the past in the same way you're doing in the past, and you do it again and again and again, like when child scream, we also start shouting. So it's reacting. Okay, that is reacting. We react without thinking. And the later on stages we would see that what is the scientific methodology behind reacting and responding. Okay, reaction is wonderful as far as it's keeping us safe. Sometimes reaction is important, just like someone said right now, that it depends on the situation whether I react or respond. Okay, so some situations need a reaction. For example, somebody is driving the wrong way, you need a reaction over that. Somebody comes to me with a gun, we need a reaction over that. We don't have to learn, it's part of the brain functioning. Reaction is automatic. Okay, it's something very automatic and it comes from the brain functioning. Okay, now if we see the structure of the brain, we have three parts. Okay, the neocortex, the brain stem at the back of the brain, at the back of the head, brain stem, and limbic brain in between. Okay, so if we see their functioning, the neocortex, sorry, the brain stem can also be called as a reactive brain, because all of the reactions come from the brain stem. Okay, the fight and flight response, the brain stem. Okay, this one. Then comes the responsive brain, which is the neocortex. It is, responsible for access to clarity, confidence, creativity, interpersonal skills, and anything, let it be anything which we do purposefully, it comes from the neocortex. Okay. And then what I call the limbic brain, it's what I call, it's not a scientific terminology, you won't find it anywhere in the books. Deciding brain. I call it a deciding brain. Why? Because the limbic brain is the brain which decides that whether we have to go to the neocortex or the brainstem. Okay, it's the brain which decides whether you have to go to the higher order thinking or you have to go to the flight or fight mode. Okay, so it's the deciding brain for me. We scan the environment for signs of danger through limbic brain. Limbic brain scans the environment for signs of danger. Okay. I want to ask everyone, is everyone able to understand what I am delivering?
Very well, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, anything negative, let it be anything negative. Okay. Danger throw us in the brainstem, so we are reacting. We stop thinking and we go to the brainstem. The brainstem take holds of the functioning, and we stop thinking and we react when we find any danger in the environment. There are situations which are not dangerous but unpleasant. Okay. Some situations are not dangerous, not no physical danger is, experienced in those situations. So in those situations where there is no physical danger but only unpleasant feeling, or basic reaction of the brain is that it is unable to differentiate between the unpleasant moment and the dangerous moment. What we are trying to teach it is that to differentiate between dangerous and unpleasant moments so that we respond and react accordingly. Okay. So sponsor is its core. What concept, thought, emotion we want to sponsor? What concept we want to sponsor into someone else? What thought we want to sponsor into someone else's mind? What kind of emotion we want from the other person is the way how we respond to situations. Okay. We have to be emotionally intelligent enough to respond in such a way that we take the desired emotion from that person. Just like Shiva sir told yesterday that if I want to sell palmistry to someone, I would see their map about that and I would act accordingly. And if they don't believe in palmistry, I would go from some other way and then make him understand. So that concept which he's trying to deliver, he would act accordingly, that the person, how the person would be able to react or respond. Okay. So the concept, thought and emotion we want to sponsor, we act according to that. Okay. Response can go long way, makes us more influential and more successful, more balanced personality, more wanted personality. You see, when you start responding to situations which are unpleasant, then you become an inspiration in others' life. People want to listen to you. They want to take advice from you. They want to, learn things from you. They enjoy your company and they feel comfortable in your company. So that is something really important for the people who are we, from mental health practitioners, for psychologists, for psychiatrists, and for other people who are from the same profession of inspiration, trainings, and development. Okay. So what do we say is that if you are doing something regularly, okay, in the past, repeatedly, again and again, you are doing the same thing and you're not getting the result, you have to try something else. The uh, old concept was try until you win. It's not the way to take things. Okay. If you are trying hard on some strategy, you have to change that strategy if it's not working. For example, I may give you an example over that. I started a business with the name of Hive Minders. I started the company and I was working alone in that. Okay. Somebody told me that it's not an organization, and it hit me so hard. I was very sad on that, on listening to that. But I kept myself composed and I asked, why isn't it an organization? He said, you don't have a team. You don't have a team. So I was not having resources to pay to some people who work for me. Okay. Because it was it was a startup. So what I did was I talked to people that, do you want to work with me? I shared my vision with them. I shared my initial working, which I was working, and they liked the concept. They, the idea hit them, and they said, okay, how can we work together? And I told them that you are going to work for me, and the work which will come from that, I will give you a profit percentage, not pay. Okay. believe you me, within 10 days, I was having 10 people in my team and I made a team of high minders. So 10 people was on board with me within 10 days. Just because I changed the strategy, I find results. Now they are working in different locations across Pakistan because they are from different cities. And I have that market also of that city also. Okay. So this is the way you change your approach to something if you're not getting the desired results. Okay. So if you're doing doesn't do, if what you are doing doesn't work, test something else. The map is not the territory. Okay. What is a map actually? Your thinking, your belief system about certain things. Okay. And where we have to go is that we have to bring our conscious mind to the reality. Okay. We have to think about the realities. We have to take ourselves out of our belief system into the reality. Only then we will be able to understand that map is not the territory. My thinking about a certain concept, about a certain thing, about certain person is not the reality. It's only my thinking. Okay. And this phrase was coined by Alfred Korzybski. I hope that I am pronouncing well. Okay, the map is not the territory and perception is projection. Okay, the way we learned in the previous images that whatever we perceive becomes our own thinking and that becomes our own belief system, but it's different from the reality. Okay, so you see that this is a world map. Okay, this is a world map and this is India. Okay, so India is not the world. India is part of the world. Same way you can connect this concept with your map. Your map is India, okay, and the reality is the world. So is your map the world? No, it isn't the world, okay? So whatever thinking you have about something is not the reality. You have to understand that. Now I want someone to come up with a problem. Share some of your problem with me. Anyone? Jayoti Saxena.
There are too many problems right now. Actually, when you're saying this, I can relate to so many things, you know, because
share only one. Share only one. Anyone. Which is the most hot?
I think career at present.
Career.
Yeah.
I need you to be more specific about what problem you are facing in your career.
See, like I've left my job and I'm getting into this freelance trainings and conducting workshops.
Okay.
You know, and there's a lot of fear because in my family, everybody is saying that, you know, you have done a mistake, you know, you have left your job, it was secured and everything, and you have left it, and now you're into this. So, like, what if you don't succeed? Because, like, you are a single parent, you need to take care of your daughter. If you don't succeed, what will happen, and all that. You know? So, lots of doubts and fears at present, but I really want to pursue this.
Okay. Now, I want you to tell me that is this problem real or just part of your map? Is it a real problem? Is it a real problem or part of your map?
Real, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you some things. How much experience do you have, working experience?
I have almost 20 years of
20 years. Okay. And what skills, prominent skills do you have?
See, I have worked in various positions, and I'm very good at communication. That's what I feel. Documentation, building content, and trainings also.
Okay. 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 Tell me, Jayoti, all over the globe, the World Economic Forum gave 10 soft skills. Okay. They gave 10 soft skills, and they said that in the job market, these soft skills are being lacked. Okay. People here come with hard skills. They are good at hard skills, but they lack in terms of soft skills. And one of the soft skills in that is communication. Okay. So we if you are good at training, we are thinking that you are also good at delivering, at responding. Okay. And at critical thinking. All right. You might be good at critical thinking. You might be good at logical reasoning, right? You might be good at many other soft skills. I can take names. Okay. Communication, you told us yourself. So if job market is requiring those skills from you, and you are having that all with 20 years experience of hard skills, okay, do you think that you would fail?
No, I won't.
No, you won't.
Yeah, but
So this,
when there are so many people doubting you,
yes.
sometimes it just gets on my mind. And
So what did we learn in NLP? That we have to respect our map, and we have to respect their map, and then take things out of those which are workable things. If somebody's map is not helping you grow, should you accept that map? No. Okay. If somebody's map is making you in doubts and fears, and not letting you take the chance of your life to prove something to someone, that you are capable of doing something, do you have to accept that map? No, we don't have to accept. So this is not the real problem, Jyoti. This is not the problem. Let me tell you one very beautiful thing. You would be able to relate to that. I left my job 1 month ago. I left my job. 1 minute, Sundar. I left my job 1 month ago. Okay. And I am facing the same situations. Whatever you are telling me, I can totally relate to that, because I am into the same situations. But what is the difference between me and you is that I don't let people, their mental states and their thinking, I don't let them become my thinking. Okay. I know that I am successful. I am already successful in my mind. I have placed a vision of myself. What I used to do? I used to deliver success speeches.
wow. Okay.
Okay. I myself, I wrote my success speech some 5 years back. Okay. And now I'm getting, I am being nominated in World Women Empowerment Summit, and I am expected to get an award. And for that award, I have written speech 5 years back. When I took the first divorce of my life, at that point of time, when women are out there sitting crying, I was, thinking that how to be an inspiration. How would I be an inspiration to the women out there who face domestic violence and come out of that, and then they became an inspiration for others, become empowered. And I used to study empowerment concept into the books and say that these are all stupid concepts. It's not the way somebody get empowered. The way is different. They are telling the different things. So
Yo, Faika, can I give you an example
yes, sir.
after you finish it? Yeah, for this, you have told your story, na? is it audible, team?
Yes, sir.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Two
Yes, sir.
aspects. Actually, FICA was just recollecting our own aspects. And there are many people here. There are many people here. You may be having your own story. Map is not the territory. Now, FICA asked a very pertinent question. Is it a problem or it is your own map? Sometimes our own map be a problem. Our own map will be a problem. So that we have to expand the map. Now, the simple aspect is, I will tell you, I was also in your same aspect, Jyoti, around 20 years back. 22 years back, I was in the similar situation. Okay. Similar situation. I was working in defense and I was getting huge payment. I was a government servant. I was a central government servant. I used to receive a lump sum amount, no work, nothing, enjoying the life. Okay. When I wanted to resign the job and I wanted to start my own company, everyone called me a fool. Everyone called me a fool. Okay. Now, most of the people, they didn't accept. Most of the people rejected the idea. They told you have to continue the job. Okay. Now, one aspect is, Jyoti, always it is better to take a calculated risk. Your map has to be calculated. Now, I resigned from the job.
What if mirrors are portals to another dimension?
I resigned from the job and I started my own company. Now,
Yogurt is just fruity milk pudding.
okay. Now, the simple aspect is, I just removed it. I resigned from the job. Now I am managing director. That is only the part of the story. That is only the part of story. Okay. I was successful for 6 years. Okay. After 6 years, there was a moment I was not having a penny in my pocket. Then again, I joined for a regular job. Then again, I joined the regular job. The first time when I left the job, I didn't do one thing. The same mistake I didn't commit it in the second time. What I am telling Jyoti, when people used to come and tell the same aspect what you are telling now, I used to expand their map by telling only one thing. Never leave your present job. Never leave your present job. Take money, calculated risk. Calculated risk means have money to invest. Start doing the things in part-time. Build your brand in the part-time. To build a brand, you need not resign your existing job. Build your brand, simultaneously work here, earn money, save the money. Okay, you should have when you have the guts and when you have seen that, okay, I have created a brand, I have created a little bit brand, then you can jump in. That is what map. See, map is exception is even in the golden dictionary. If what A can do, B can definitely do it. Hillary has climbed the Everest. If he can do it, means anybody can do it. But can you and I climb tomorrow? No. That is foolishness. Thinking like that, it is a foolishness. Resources. Do I have the resources? Resources is required not to climb the Everest. I have to plan for it for at least 2 years. You have to pay $50,000, $20,000 or something. You have to pay to the government. Without having all these resources, tomorrow if I say no, Denzing Hillary has climbed, I can also do it. Visually challenged person, they have climbed the Everest. I can also climb. Tomorrow I am climbing. Can we go? No. Map is not the territory means understand the map completely. When other people tell something, it is not that rejecting completely. Respect what NLP says, respect it. Respect it means take, analyze whether there is any true in it. Whether it is there any thing which I can take it. That is what Jyoti Satyaram. That is, see, when we want to do something now, Sometimes what happens is we may not know whether it is a calculated risk or it is out of, as Faika said, it is from my emotional decision. What is the difference between react and respond? Faika was telling na, react and respond. The difference between react and respond is react is emotional, respond is emotional intelligence. The difference is very, very simple. React is emotional, respond is emotional intelligence. So that is what just I wanted to share. Yeah, Faika, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Beautiful aspect. So what here we can see, Jyoti, is that either you are the breadwinner of the family, okay, or either you have any support system around you which can, you know, help you around, and then you let the situation fall. So I am not the breadwinner of the family, so my situation is different from your situation. You are the breadwinner. So what I suggest in that case is that you do a, you know, project based working where your hours of working is flexible. Okay.
Yeah, right now I'm doing that.
Yes, yes. So you get the resources, you get paid for that, okay? And then you have to, you have to be very conscious about that in the market. The market in the market, wherever there is a need of your skill, you have to give your, your portfolio there, and you have to contact with them and go with confidence. Okay, go with full confidence. You have 20 years experience, you are not less than anyone. Okay, so go with full confidence, and the confidence is the main success. Okay, your strong area is communication. Use that, communicate in a way that you inspire others, so you would get your problem be solved. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, now the steps which we are which we have to follow is that we have to respect our map. Respect your map. What does it mean? That respect your own thinking. By map we mean thinking. Respect other person's map. We have to respect the thinking of others. Expand your map, expand your thoughts. Try to expand the other person's map, expand others person's thought as well. And if not possible, if you're not being able to expand other person's map, expand your own map and again alter the map if required. Okay, now what happens when we are in a situation of giving counseling? What a good counselor do is that they don't think of any relationship or problem issue from their own perspective. They think about the problem from the person's perspective. Okay, they are being able to understand others. There is a difference. There is a difference between empathy and sympathy. Okay, let me give you a very good example in this, that two women facing domestic violence. Okay, one is thinking that I am a victim, I am a bechari, मेरे साथ जुल्म हो गया, ठीक है, मुझे किसी ने नहीं किया. She wants everyone to be sympathetic with her. Okay, and the other woman, she thinks that I have been tortured, I have been mishandled, but now I will change my situation. I will do something good. I will feel empowered. So she is being empathetic, and the other one is sympathetic. The one who is sympathetic would be, would be a victim forever until and unless she decides to change her own fate. And the one who is empathetic would be an inspiration, an empowered woman, a survivor, what we call. She would be out of that situation of violence, of misery, and she would become something and change her life. All right. So what as a counselor or duty is, whenever someone comes to us with a problem, we have to think about their perceptions,
about their realities. We have to be emotionally intelligent to know how would be the feeling about that. Okay, we should be, we call it positional change. We create imaginary circle. Think of relationship issue from your angle and think of issue from the other person's angle. Now tell me one thing. If you are a woman, okay, if you are a woman and man comes to you, a man comes to you for counseling and he says that I have been experiencing problems with my wife. So if you are not gender sensitive, can you give counseling to him? You won't be able to give counseling to him. Okay, you have to be gender sensitized. You should be, there is a problem with us. Gender studies has been taken as women studies up till now. Only we think from the point of view of a woman. We have to be emotionally intelligent enough to think about the point of view of a men also. Okay, their problems, their lives. So we as a counselor need to know about their problems, their life, their maps. Okay, what general maps are around us of men. So if we know them, then only we are able to expand them. Okay, if we don't know the generalized map of men around us, we are not able to give expansion to their thoughts. Okay, so we have to know that. In the end, I would like to say that be positive. Is the glass half empty or half full? What if I say it's neither? जो image शुरू में आपको दिखाया, the image which I showed you at the beginning, it's that interpretation. Be positive. Is the glass half empty or half full? What if I say it's neither? It's actually all full. The bottom half is water, the top half is air. It's all a matter of perception. Take on perceptions that empower you, not those that bind you. That I want you to understand, Jyoti Saxena. What? Take on perceptions that empower you, not those that bind you. If you can see the positive side of everything, you'll be able to live a much richer life than others. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Falka. Again, it's a very one more wonderful presentation with a lot of input from others. Jyoti Saxena, it was very nice because sharing always helps. Sharing always helps. What happens is when you share, our perception also changes. No, the difference, the map is not a territory. It encompasses every aspect. For example, we have something called growth mindset and fixed mindset. Isn't it? One is you have growth mindset. One is fixed mindset. Now, who will be having the fixed mindset? Whether the reactive people or the people who respond.
Reactive
people.
Reactive people.
Reactive people will be having the fixed mindset. Whereas the people who are able to respond, to aspects, whether it is internal or external, they will be more of the growth mindset. That is what this react and respond. It was discussed by Stephen Covey also. Circle of concern and circle of influence. The people who react, they concentrate on circle of concern. Arey COVID hai, kya kare? Arey COVID aa gaya, kya kare? Now what? When COVID comes, what I can do? I can wear mask. Apart from that, I cannot do anything. I can wear mask, and what are the safety measures which I can do? That only I can take. But if COVID is spreading in Switzerland, can I do something about it? If I sit and do, oh my God, COVID is spreading in Switzerland, I feel very sad. Arey Switzerland mein spread hua to tumhe kya ho jata? What can happen to you? Reactive people concentrate on circle of concern, whereas the people who are respond, they concentrate on circle of influence. Faika, Faika? Faika, can you put your Insta ID on the chat box? Team,
No, I don't use
she
Insta.
shares Insta or Facebook or anything. If you have
Facebook,
anything, you can share it in the group. Team, start following her, and she does many wonderful sharings. I used to go through it, and really, it is very nice. And I request all of you to put. First, Faika will put. Okay. Then you people can also put. Okay. And I would like to follow every one of you. Okay. And you people also can follow others. Because see, here we are meeting only 1 hour. Priya may be having so many aspects to share. So when I follow her, I will be able to understand it, isn't it? Suma may be having so many aspects. Suman will be having, Rajkumar will be having, Gautam sir will be having, isn't it? Sona will be having. So when we follow others, okay, now Jyoti Sakshana is a communication leader, isn't it? So we can follow one another, so that what will happen is the world becomes a beautiful place for sharing and caring, isn't it? Okay, team, I have only 8 minutes. The dynamic counseling. Okay, dynamic counseling is understanding counseling in a very better way. 10 minutes, we will have a small session. Okay, 10 minutes, just 10 minutes.